Hello fans, it is I, Paul Mount. Welcome back to my world of stuff, Saturday afternoon. And I'm out and about. I'm in Cardiff Bay at a cinema I don't go to very often, the Big Odeon complex in Cardiff Bay. I'm going to the cinema. I'm going to see Never Let Go, the new sort of horror thriller directed by Alexandra Aja and starring Halle Berry. I've got myself a Costa, waiting for my friend Scott to turn up. I get him to say a quick hello when he does, and I shall report back after the film. And here he is. It's
Hello.
Mr. Scott Holmes. Hooray!
Hello.
There he is. This is my friend Scott Holmes. We go back, 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes? Tell my people, my 800 subscribers, who you are.
My name's Scott Holmes. I've spent some time with Paul over the few years. We did a podcast together for quite some time, but then I got really busy. I ended up with a family and stuff, so not as much time to do things like that. But we should do a special. A redemption special.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've been friends for a long time and we're both incredible nerds. So we get along really well.
And today we are going to see
I can't remember what it's called. Never Let Go.
Never Let Go.
Never Let Go. Not one I've heard of before, but you know, Paul's a connoisseur of the movie magic.
I've kept you in the loop.
Kept me in the loop, yeah.
But you've escaped from the loop. And here we are.
Yeah, you are my link into this kind of stuff.
Say goodbye now, because people are getting bored with you now.
Goodbye now, people getting bored of me.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
2 hours later.
Oh, do apologise. You caught me in the middle of a burger. A post-film burger. Just been to see Never Let Go. What a cracking little film. I won't say much at the moment, but I'll pass you on to the big boy.
Oh, this is Big Boy here.
Thoughts on the film?
Very good.
Yep.
Probably one of the better sort of atmospheric horror films I've seen for a very long time.
It's a very clever sort of psychological horror. Genuinely keeps you guessing.
Oh, without a doubt.
Quite
yeah.
unnerving in places.
And let's give massive props to those two young
The
lads.
two kids, I can't remember their names now, but they
Nolan
were
and
Nolan and Sam, the characters' names, but the actors' names I've no idea.
they were fantastic. They were really, really good. They made the film. Halle Berry was great.
I'll put their names in here, the kids. Halle Berry was great, she usually is. Without spoiling it, because there are lots of surprises and lots of, but it keeps you guessing and second guessing.
I thought it was really,
I thought it was
really
excellent. I thought the music was good because it wasn't dumping all the way through. It just rose into crescendos now and again when it needed to.
It's not your typical boo-boo horror either, you know. It's atmospheric, it's awkward, it's uncomfortable, you don't know where you stand. Yep.
I was expecting a sort of a Quiet Place type rip-off, and it was a bit cleverer than that.
Bird Box.
Yeah, which I quite liked. Yeah, excellent film. Marks at the 10.
I said, I thoroughly enjoyed it.
I think I'm going to give it a good... I think I probably will give it a 10, to be honest, because I couldn't fault it for what it was.
I've missed a good horror film for a very long time.
Yeah.
I think I finally just got one.
Well, bearing in mind the substances out at the moment that everyone's raving about, which I thought was largely crap.
I've not seen that one yet.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't rush to see it.
Hereditary was...
Hereditary, her hereditary, as I like to call it. Yes. Say goodbye, Scott.
Goodbye, Scott.
Hello, welcome back. Well, it is now 2 days later. It's now Monday morning, and I'm reassembling myself in the cinema room. Excuse me, I'll just shift along here. That's better. Yes, I didn't have a chance to do a little PS to the previous ramshackle videos until today, Monday. I was busy out and about on Saturday. I was doing a bit of work yesterday. So it's the first time I've had to sit down and just round off my little chat about Never Let Go. Yeah, it is a great film. It is an excellent film. As you may have gathered from comments from Scott and I, and thank you to Scott for coming on board the video, just for a change from looking at this all the time. Yeah, this is a really interesting horror psychological film. When I saw the trailers a few weeks back, I thought, Quiet Place rip-off. It's just that sort of thing, you know, people stuck in the middle of nowhere with some strange creeping creatures outside hunting them down. But it isn't that. Well, it's a little bit that, but it's a bit more as well. It is a sort of a psychological thriller. And as I said, it stars Halle Berry as Mama. We never find out her actual name. She's living in this ramshackle cabin out in the woods in a forest with their two sons. Nolan, played by Percy Daggs the fourth, not the third, and Anthony B. Jenkins. Now, as we mentioned in the video, fantastic performances from these two kids. They are absolutely astonishing. And the material they have to deal with is quite dark and quite intense. And they must be 9, 10 years old. Incredible performances. Kudos to them especially. Halle Berry, of course, is good. She's always good. And they're holed up in this cabin because Mama has explained that the world has come to an end. Something called the evil has spread across the planet. Anybody it touches is possessed and becomes evil. They're in this cabin. They've got low supplies. They go out foraging. But when they go out foraging into the nearby forest, they're attached by great long lengths of rope to the cabin. And as Mama explains, they must never let go. Because if they do let go of the rope, they're unfettered and prey to whatever's lurking in the forest. And they go out in the forest, but food supplies are getting very low. They end up eating tree bark that she fries. Doesn't look very appetizing. And things are getting a bit desperate. But we're not entirely sure what the situation really is. Is this what's going on? Has the world come to an end? Or is it some strange fantasy of Mama's that she wants to protect her two kids? We learn variously that there is a back story to Mama. Her mother died. She was obviously in a relationship. Her ex-husband appears to her. We don't know if she's seeing visions or if this is all some sort of psychosis that's been dreamed up by her mind. And she's just doing what her mother does, protecting her children in the best way that she can. Suspicion grows amongst the family. They're not sure that they really believe what's happening. And I'm not going to say a lot more about it, really, because I think it's a film you need to go and see because it is so very good and so understated and so unusual. And it is quite scary in places, in a very subtle way. Not in a jump scary way, although there are a couple of little moments like that. But it's about this creeping sense that we don't know what's going on and what is out there. There's something out there. Surely there's something out there. Because we see sort of manifestations of this evil. And things get worse. The situation gets more and more desperate. It gets more and more taut and dangerous. And the final act really ramps it up. Yeah, I'm not going to say any more about it, actually. There's a sort of a twist ending, I suppose. There's an ending which makes you think, wow, okay. It makes you rethink what you've seen about the film. It is one of those films that you go away from and think, yeah, there was a lot to unpack in that film. There really was. And I've been thinking about it a fair bit since I saw it on Saturday, thinking about what it means, what it might mean. I think it's a film that's open to several different interpretations. But it's very, very highly recommended. And as I said, it does frustrate me that a film as good as this has been slightly overlooked because of the substance which people are going crazy about. Where, as you know from my review, which is back on the channel, I didn't really rate that much. This is much better. This is, for me, much more effective because it doesn't go to the extremes that the substance does. It tells its story and it's chilling. It's a great film. I've just noticed, incidentally, the little points of light on my glasses here. It's because my new camera stand has a light underneath it, and you'll see that reflected in me, so I don't know how I'm going to keep using that because I think the light in the cinema room isn't bad as it is. Anyway, that's by the by. Yeah, Never Let Go is in cinemas now. I was a little bit disturbed to see on the weekend that there are plans for sequels and prequels in a Quiet Place sort of way. That probably won't happen because it's not doing incredibly well. So I think this is a one and done, and I think it should be. Sometimes a film just needs to be a standalone. You don't need to constantly revisit these worlds with often diminishing results. But this is a great film in its own right. It's a shame it's not doing better. I think it'll probably turn a small profit. It's not a massively budgeted film. But I don't think it's going to do well enough for the studio to say, yeah, we want more of these. Anyway, Never Let Go is in cinemas now. Highly recommended. I know I gave it 10 in my video with Scott. I think on reflection, 10 is a really high bar and it suggests perfection. I'm going to give it a 9. Sorry, a 9 is my official rating for this film. And I just recommend it because it needs some support. It deserves some support. It deserves an audience. So check it out. Right, thank you for watching. I'm just very distracted by these lights in my glasses. Anyway, I will see you soon. More stuff to come. Until I do, keep taking the stuff.